we have been lied to. For the last decade, you've been fed a diet of hustle culture. You've been told that if you aren't waking up at 4 a.m., grinding until your eyes bleed, and outworking everyone around you, you simply don't want it enough. We've turned busy into a badge of honor and exhaustion into a status symbol. But look around. Are the hardest working people you know the most successful? Is the construction worker pulling 12-hour shifts in the sun wealthier than the strategist who makes one phone call at the right time? Hard work is a variable, but it is not the determining variable. The truth is much more uncomfortable. Everything you've been told about the grind is a lie that's actually holding you back from true greatness. While you're exhausting yourself with brute force, the masters of history, the conquerors, the sages, the silent architects of empires were winning by doing less. They weren't obsessed with the quantity of hours. They were obsessed with the quality of the moment. They understood something we have forgotten in our digital chaos, the ancient science of timing. Today, on Stoics' final days, we are stopping the clock. We are moving beyond the fatal flaw of modern productivity and reclaiming a lost discipline. I'm going to show you how to stop chasing the world and start letting the momentum of existence carry you. Welcome to the mastery of Kairos. It's 2026. We have more productivity hacks than ever before. We have AI assistants, time-blocking apps, and supplements designed to keep us focused for 16 hours straight. Yet burnout is at an all-time high. Why? Because our modern world is built on Chronos. The ancient Greeks had two words for time. The first is Chronos. It's where we get the word chronology. Chronos is the ticking clock. It's quantitative, it's linear, it's the cold, indifferent march of seconds, minutes, and hours. Chronos demands constant output. It treats you like a machine that should produce the same amount of work at 2 p.m. on a Tuesday as it does at 9 p.m. on a Sunday. When you live by Chronos, you are a slave to the schedule. You push when you are tired. You force decisions when the market is cold. You try to harvest the crop in the middle of winter just because your calendar says it's work time. This is why your 2026 productivity hacks are failing. They are trying to optimize a broken system. You cannot hack a lack of rhythm. Think about the most successful modern icons. Think about the investors who wait years to make a single trade, or the creators who disappear for months only to drop one masterpiece that changes the culture. They transitioned away from the grind long ago. They realized that brute force is the tool of the amateur. If you are feeling burnt out, it isn't because you are lazy. It's because you are fighting the tide. You are trying to swim across an ocean of Chronos, forgetting that the ocean has currents. If you don't learn to read those currents, you will drown, no matter how hard you swim. If Chronos is the quantity of time, then Kairos is the quality of time. Kairos is the opportune moment. It is the propitious time for action. In ancient Greek mythology, Kairos was depicted as a god with a long lock of hair hanging over his forehead, but the back of his head was completely bald. The symbolism was clear. You can catch Kairos as he approaches you, but once he passes, there is nothing to grab onto. The window shuts. The architecture of Kairos requires a total shift in your identity. You must stop being a hunter and start being a strategist. A hunter is always exhausted. He is constantly chasing, running, and sweating. If he stops moving, he fears he won't eat. But a strategist sets a trap. He studies the path. He knows where the prey goes to drink. He spends 90% of his time sitting in silence, perfectly still. To the outside observer, he is doing nothing. But in reality, he is doing the only thing that matters. He is waiting for the moment where the effort required to succeed is near zero. How do you identify these windows? You look for triggers. Environmentally, is the world ready for your idea? Socially, is there a void that only you can fill right now? If you try to launch a movement when people are fearful and retracted, you will fail. If you try to speak when the room is shouting, you won't be heard. Mastering Kairos means developing a temporal intuition. It's the feeling in your gut that says, not yet, now. We cannot talk about the science of timing without talking about the vessel through which you experience time, your body. The modern world wants you to believe you are a flat line of performance, but you are a series of waves. You have circadian rhythms and ultradian rhythms. Why are you trying to make your most significant moves, the high-stakes decisions, the creative breakthroughs, during your biological trough? Most people waste their peak cognitive clarity on emails and busy work because that's what Chronos demands. The ancient strategist knows their effortless mastery window. For some, it's the 2 hours after waking. For others, it's the stillness of midnight. You must map your flow state. Use your biometric data. If your heart rate variability is low and your brain is foggy, that is a signal from the universe to refine, not to execute. And it goes deeper than the day. There are seasons to a life and seasons to a market. In the 21st century, we've lost the connection to the harvest and the winter. There is a time to launch a season of spring where the world is hungry for growth. And there is a time to retreat, a winter where you should be studying, resting, and sharpening your blade. If you try to grind through your personal winter, you won't produce a harvest. You'll just freeze. Identify where you are right now. Are you in a season of refinement or a season of execution? If you are in the wrong one, no amount of hard work will save you. Let's look at the giants who walked before us. Consider the Battle of Salamis. The Persian Empire had a navy that dwarfed the Greeks. By any measure of hard work or brute force, the Persians should have won. But the Greek strategist Themistocles didn't just attack. He waited. He lured the massive, clunky Persian ships into the narrow straits of Salamis at a specific time when the winds and currents would work against them. He didn't outwork them. He outtimed them. He used the momentum of the sea to do the work for him. This is the art of strategic inaction. In our culture, doing nothing is seen as a failure. But for the ancient master, doing nothing is a tactical choice. It is the act of coiled tension. It is the silence before the lightning. When you align your moves with the natural momentum of external events, you bypass brute force. It feels like the universe is no longer resisting you. It feels like you're being carried. This isn't mysticism, it's physics. It's about finding the path of least resistance that leads to the highest impact. The greatest conquerors didn't break down the doors of history. They waited until the hinges were rusted and the guards were asleep, and then they simply pushed. So, how do we apply this to your life right now? We need to move from theory to execution. First, I want you to perform a project audit. Look at everything you are currently grinding on. For each item, ask yourself, am I pushing against a closed door? If you are exerting 100% effort but seeing 1% results, the Kairos window is not open. Stop. Breathe. Pivot to refinement mode. Use this time to prepare so that when the window does open, you can strike with surgical accuracy. Second, learn to recognize the exit signal. Many people find a window of opportunity, but they stay too long. They try to keep the momentum going after the opportune moment has passed. This leads to diminishing returns and eventually catastrophe. When the energy starts to feel forced again, that is your signal to exit and enter a new cycle of waiting. You are transforming your life from a chaotic struggle into a series of rhythmic, high-impact victories. Imagine a life where you no longer feel the burnout of the relentless grind. Imagine a life where your most significant moves feel effortless because you have the patience to wait for the wind to be at your back. The world will continue to scream at you to work harder. The clock of Chronos will continue to tick, demanding your youth and your energy in exchange for crumbs. But you know better now. You are a student of Stoics' final days. You understand that your destiny isn't just about what you do, it's about when you do it. If this perspective shifted something in you, if you're ready to trade the grind for the science of timing, then I want you to do one thing. In the comments below, simply write the word Kairos. It's a signal to yourself and to this community that you are no longer a slave to the ticking clock. Stop working harder. Start mastering the window. The moment is coming. Be ready to catch it by the hair. I'll see you in the next one.